Welcome to CEOs in Cars, a BC Business video series sponsored by the Dilawri group of companies in which we drive around in high-performance cars with British Columbia's equally high-performance CEOs. My name is Tom Geraszymchuk, and I'm the publisher of BC Business Magazine. Today, I'm excited to be driving around the beautiful Vancouver neighborhood of Kitsilano with Winston Helgason, president and co-founder of the Embassy VFX. Winston's visual effects company creates big impact imagery for movies like Iron Man, Elysium, and most recently, Hunger Games 3. Given his subtle profile but big impact, we paired him with a 2014 Audi A7, a stunning vehicle that blends the styling of a sleek sport coupe with the convenience and practicality of a four-door sedan. Under the hood, a 310 horsepower power plant offers dramatic acceleration and performance, all kept in check by the legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system.
Hey, Winston, how are you?
Good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you. Great. Looking forward to this. Nice day out.
Let's go for a drive.
Awesome.
So, what was your first car?
First car, my parents bought me as a graduation present a 1975 Renault Gordini, and basically it's a car that was manufactured. It was a Renault and Fiat co-production.
You had an architecture firm.
Yeah, I would say drafting
Operation firm. And how did you make that switch from drafting to visual effects?
I wanted to learn this stuff. There was no schools to do it at that point, so it was kind of like you had to teach yourself. So I essentially just went, like I said, I sold my part of my business, bought this setup, and went home and lived in my parents' basement for a few years and just taught myself this stuff.
What was the one commercial that the company produced that you would consider your big break for bigger work and bigger clients?
That would probably be Citroën, the dancing car spot from 2004-2005, which was a car turning into a transformer. But right before that, we had done a commercial for Nike called Nike Evolution, which was the evolution of basketball shoes, evolving and transforming into different ones.
What big fish did the Citroën commercial and the Nike commercial lure your way?
And right around that time, we got approached by a guy called John Nelson from Marvel to work on Iron Man because he had loved the Citroën spot. And so that was our first feature. So we started with Iron Man, which is pretty damn cool. And we did the first Mark I suit, which is in Iron Man when he's captured and he's supposed to be in caves in Afghanistan. He's captured, he builds the suit in the cave, and that was our sequence.
Surely you can expand, surely you can take in more business, more revenue by growth. What is that deliberate choice of staying so small?
To us, we like being that size where we know the people we're working with, where we can maintain a steady, because the one thing that in our infrastructure, or in our industry, is if you have so many staff on that are really highly paid people, and if you don't land that large film project or something like that, or if you're in a lull or something like that, keeping those people on is a difficult thing to do, and companies constantly expand and contract in our industry.
Why stay in Vancouver and BC? What's the magnet of keeping you here?
I'd say from a post-industry type thing, visual effects, what we do, it's one of the biggest markets or biggest bases in the world. I'd say London is probably number one now, and Vancouver is second behind it.
So it's basically that community?
Yeah, it's that community. Now, the one thing it doesn't help us with is the, like I mentioned before, is the advertising, because there is an advertising base here, but they don't really do a lot of the work that we would do, which would, a robot or a car that's in some crazy environment or some sort of thing like that.
What's ahead for the company in terms of opportunities, in terms of kind of hedging your bets against a changing landscape?
For us, it's really just doing the level of work that continues to hopefully get noticed by people and go, yeah, these guys deliver on what they promise they're going to do, and deliver that type of work that will get you noticed for the next project.
Thanks, that was fun.
Thank you. That was great fun, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
It'd be great if, like, halfway through, I can put you and Matt in touch, and you can make the car blow up through our little episode, or something jump or crush it, or.
Yeah, we've got all that stuff.